For the organization, for the teams that are just still relying on point-to-point integrations today that they have to maintain, who go, yeah, I don't really need an integration platform as a service, or yeah, productized integrations. Maybe someday I'm okay as it is today. What is the risk to them for not making a change now?
Yeah, so as a development team, maintaining point-to-point integrations, you can do it. I said it's poor, and by that I also mean there's a lot of work involved. And if that's what you want to do, fine, right? There's a lot of cost attached to it, but make sure you've got all of that sort of development maturity in place, right? You've got proper CI/CD processes, security tooling that's checking your code, checking all the code that you're reusing as well for vulnerabilities. And make sure that you are managing code reuse so you know where all the integrations are, and you're doing things like managing those secret keys and API keys and things to ensure that the right people have access to it, and you don't do something that's quite common where someone leaves the organization, they still have access to all of these keys, right? So if you can do all of that, right, and that's just part of what you do, you might be okay, right? That's the way. But I would suggest that at least where you can, move to iPaaS, right? Move to the integration platform as a service to centrally manage things, even just like your code reuse, your visibility, those secret keys, right? Put them in there and manage access to them. And also take advantage of some of the pre-built integrations that are already there. Those are built by the iPaaS, right? They're provided by the iPaaS. You don't have to learn how to secure that communication, how to talk to that API. So you're going to be faster over time, and you're going to be focused more on building the experiences rather than maintaining the code that really no one even sees, right? It's the glue code, it's the behind the scenes sort of stuff. So unless you are a development organization, you're probably needing to mature in this area to ensure you don't leave yourself really open to either bad user experience through broken integrations or much, much worse, security vulnerabilities for things like data leaks and especially with personal data.
And my follow-up to that would be, if you're thinking, okay, yeah, you've convinced me, Greg, I don't want to do this anymore, I want to break up. How hard is it to actually move those integrations into an integration platform as a service?
Yeah, I mean, it depends how many you've got, but I'd say take them one at a time, right? And maybe start grouping them together in terms of what product they're talking to and what products they're talking to, I guess, on both sides. And you'll probably find, as most people do, that they've got many integrations that are talking between product A and product B. So start there, right? And sort of build up those integrations. And start to do that in a way where you're at least moving data from one system to the other, or you're moving data into a data service in your DXP so you can start building things on top of it. That's not particularly hard. You can do that bit. You can see what the data is like. You can get it already. You can have it running in the background, right? So it's constantly syncing data. And then when you're ready, you just switch over, right? So you can build, you've probably got a component that's talking directly, say, to Salesforce to pull out a user's name. Build another one that's talking to your data service. So you've got two ready to go, and then just swap them over. And if you're not 100% sure, you want to try things out, swap them over for a few of your users, or just in a few of the experiences. The great thing about integrations like that is your point-to-point will keep working, even though you're building via iPaaS as well. So it's a process over time, depending on how many you've got, but not one that's going to break that experience. So it's relatively simple.
That sounds like another really practical way of doing things. Don't have to worry about a big bang and trying to do everything in one go. Do it progressively, test it, make sure it works, and then just keep moving stuff over. Wise word, Rick.